Hi, and welcome to Fall Asleep with Henrik. I'm Henrik, and you're sleepy. And it is what it is. What happens, happens. And right now, there is nothing we can do about any of it. So let's begin. Hi, sleepy. Hi, and welcome back to my humble abode. I'm Henrik, and you're sleepy. And this is just the way it is. So there's a few new people here, and if you don't want to listen to me talking about what kind of podcast this is and the methodology behind it, please feel free to skip ahead. I wish that there was this skip ahead button in life overall. I can't imagine all the different variations of situations that I would use that button. Like in school. Oh, I would skip ahead. Boy, would I skip ahead. No, but if you don't want me, if you're fed up with me telling Sleepy what kind of podcast this is, then skip ahead. I can't say for how long, maybe 2 minutes or something. So welcome if you're new and if you're old. If you're an old soul or if you're a newborn, welcome. My name is Henrik. I don't write beforehand what I'm going to say. English is my second language. I'm from Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden. I'm born in 1975. I am a blonde, blue-eyed Swede. And I am right now sitting in my studio, which I've named Adventure Wolf. And there's a story behind the name. But I'm not going to dwell on that right now. So the method in this is that I just talk, and I'm trying to be interested. I'm trying to be interesting and entertaining, and I try to do an engaging hour of podcasting. But since I haven't prepared, and since I am not like a genius of any kind, then this will probably turn out to be kind of meh, and that's the general idea. And my goal is to put you to sleep, or if not to sleep, then just in a more comfortable place mind-wise than you were before you pressed play. So I will do this for an hour, and I do this every week, and normally I do it in Swedish 2 times a week, all year round. And I've been doing so since 2018. And in Sweden, this is my income. I live on this podcast. And I do this like all the time. This is my world, my life, the air that I breathe. Sometimes I was in the car just now. I've been driving my ex-girlfriend Nina. I've been driving her. She had a few errands this morning, and I've been driving her. She can drive herself, but her car is not functional, so I'm driving her. And we had this talk about what we're going to do with our lives. We're in like a passage in life when the questions arise, what am I really supposed to do with the time I have? Is this what I'm going to do for the rest of my life? Just speak into a microphone, putting people to sleep? Well, there could be worse. There's worse things to do for the rest of your life, I guess. I can't remember why I brought this up in the first place. But then again, you see, this is the way of Fall Asleep with Henrik. I just talk and you can just drift away. Sometimes I, by accident, say stuff that is funny, amusing, thought-provoking, interesting, sad. I don't shy away from any of that. I am trying to be, well, me. And in being me, my hope is that the thing, whatever the thing is that is me, that makes up me, will bring you calm and maybe some dissociation. Like maybe I can be your mind for a while, There's nothing sinister in that. I'm not trying to hypnotize you into buying my whatever. But think of it as that you're putting your own messy mind on the table and I take care of that table for you for a while. Or it's like, think of me as an entrepreneur that takes care of your messy mind at night. And because a messy mind is a messy mind and it needs to be taken care of, regardless of you sleeping or not. So the messy mind needs to be entertained, and that is what I do. I keep your messy mind busy so that the real you can fall asleep, because you are not your messy mind. You are sleepy. Okay, I think I'm done talking about what kind of podcast this is. And now I'm in an empty room with nothing to see and nowhere to go. Imagine being in a huge room, a void, but it is a room. You feel the floor beneath your feet. But there's no clear indication of walls and direction in the room. You don't see the other ends. So then you just walk. If you're in a room in which there are no visible walls on either side, then in what direction do you start, your journey? Where do you go? It's like really what life is really all about. We tend to do like schematics, almost like the life we live is a room. It's like we have a blueprint of what a life should look like, what our lives should look like. And whenever we don't live accordingly to that blueprint, we feel that something is wrong. I'm having right now kind of a hard time finding a new blueprint for my life. What really, and of course that is because there is no blueprint. We come up with blueprints.